at Blackheath 16, Dings Crusaders 7. This was not the first meeting between these two sides. They met just a little over 20 years ago when they were both at level 4. But this Dings, the Bristolians' first season and National League One, and their first visit to the Utilita Well Hall, which will be memorable not so much for the result but for the weather conditions on the day, which were truly horrible. Drizzly rain, but the main thing, the very, very strong gusty wind, part of Storm Bert. Not as bad as in some parts of the country, but pretty horrible all the same. The wind coming from a southerly direction, which leisurely was going to be warm it up, but didn't feel that warm on the day. But it did give the advantage, a slight advantage, to the side attacking towards the South Circular, which was Blackheath in the first period, though arguable about just how much of an advantage that was. It really went diagonally across the field. But on a day like this, which was never likely to be high scoring, every point would be precious, and Ollie Burgess coming in at fly half gave Blackheath a crucial 9 of them in the first period, with 3 really well struck penalties. The first from just over 40 metres, a great effort given the conditions, straight on. The second, a much easier opportunity in front of the uprights, but then the third on the stroke of half-time, after Blackheath had enjoyed a period of pressure from a wider angle. To the audible groan from the crowd, it looked like it was veering well to the left of the uprights, but then the wind took it back on a course between them, and I'll give Ollie the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure he planned it that way, but if it was by chance, well, it looked extremely special. Blackheath followed that up after the interval with their best handling move of the match, going now against the conditions, to take play to the right corner before Dings were penalised for not rolling away, and then Micah Tete storming over from the quickly taken tap penalty, which gave them a 16-point advantage at that phase. But then that was it. From then on, it was all pressure from Dings Crusaders. Great defence from Blackheath, not always legal, but they held out until about 10 minutes from time, when the breach was broken and Dings did get their try, converted well by George Bolton, but crucially the Dings fly half could not add a penalty late on in the game, which would have given the visitors a losing bonus point. James Shanahan, Blackheath's director of rugby, gave me his thoughts after the game. Hard fought ground out win. We haven't had conditions like this at all this season, or rather we don't get them again, but that was really, really tough for both teams, I think. But had to hold on to that in the end. They pushed us hard, did they not?
Yeah, no, I was really impressed with even in the conditions, like how they retained the ball and moved the ball around, especially the second half. Probably potentially maybe the downfall at times when they tried to go for a couple of wider passes, that there was space but the wind caught it. But I thought they put us under a lot of pressure. I think we conceded 9 penalties in the second half. We only conceded 4 in the first, so it shows the pressure they put us under. But yeah, happy with the result. Happy to get the win in those conditions. I mean, was it one for the purists? You know, it's very hard to play. I mean, first half we were kind of with the win, but we went in with a plan to obviously not play any rugby in our own half, put them under pressure. And to be fair, I think we did that quite well, but just didn't come away with the points. And kind of 9-0 at half time. I think that kick at half time was quite big to go 2 scores. So it gave us a little bit of leeway. And I think the only time we got in there 22 second half, we ended up scoring. So once we went 16-0, it became a 3-score game, and I always felt they would struggle then to get back into it. So happy with the 4 points, happy to win, especially after last week. I thought defensively we were miles better, but also, I mean, it's a bit easier to defend when it's horrible conditions. But to be fair to Dings, I think they stressed us because they didn't just play one-out runners. They tried to move the ball and move the point of attack, and as I said, they looked after it really well. So fair play. That ball retention was really good. So fair play to them, and happy with 4 points.
Yeah, defence was very good in the second period, and you did call for that during training, so you must be pleased with that aspect of it, even despite.
Yeah, I mean, I challenge the players. I think our defence hasn't been good enough the whole season. I mean, that's what I said to the players. I said the high expectations and where we've been previously as a defensive team. You know, we've always been in that top 3, top 4, and I think this year we haven't been at the races. Our discipline, our tackle height, our discipline, our willingness to get back off the line and get in the game, I don't think it's been good enough. So I challenged the boys this week, and I think it was 100 times better, and hence why, even though it's tough conditions, hence why they only scored 1 try. So yeah, credit to the boys. But yeah, it'd be good to have a week off now, and then obviously a real tough trip at Rotherham, who beat Rams, which I wasn't surprised with. I thought if any team had an opportunity, it would be probably Rotherham at Rotherham, with the way they play and how they're organised and how they're coached. So it just shows, this league is a really competitive league, and a few other results elsewhere that I was a bit surprised with. So again, National One delivers. For me, the best league in the country, because it's always so close, and there's a lot of kind of upsets, or if you're not in your game, you get found out.
And you've wrapped up really nicely there, but just I have to mention Ollie Burgess, 4 out of 4 in those conditions, and 2 of them were pretty difficult. One from over 40 metres, and the important one on half time from wide. He judged that well, because it was going wide to a groan from the crowd, but it just came back in beautifully.
No, I mean, fair play to him. Like, obviously, he's been playing in the club 15. He's been going well for the club 15, and it shows the importance of having a second team and a competitive second team. And I felt after last week he deserved to have an opportunity. So Fitchy wasn't able to train Thursday, but I felt that Burgess probably just deserved a run anyway to start, and I was really pleased with his 70 minutes. I think defensively he was really strong. I think he managed the game well, and as you said, his goal kicking, that one before half time I think was huge, to go 2 scores clear at 9-0 into a really strong wind on that kick. I think was a great kick. So I mean, for me, would be our man on that.
Thank you very much. Well done today, and we look forward to Rotherham.
Indeed we do.